guys, it's Up Rebound Gaming here. Today we are doing the Man United transfers, like rumoured and confirmed transfers. So let's start off with the left wing. So we have Marco Asensio. He has been linked with us the past few seasons, and he's still linked with us because he said in an interview once that he's always wanted to play with Man United. So I think he could be a decent signing if Ole Gunnar wants to bring him in, because I would love to see Marco Asensio at Man United, since he said he's always wanted to play for us. But then we have Joshua King. The reason I've got him here is because he's played with us before and he's the same nation as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Ole Gunnar wants to bring him back to Old Trafford because he has played with us before. So now that Bournemouth are in the Championship, he can join us if he wants to, so he can get some Prem football again. I think he will be our main priority after Donny van der Beek, because the same nation as our manager, and he can speak Scandinavian to him and another player who I've got on this list who is from Scandinavia as well. But then we have Leo Messi. The reason I've put him in here is because he has terminated his contract with Barcelona after that 8-2 defeat against Bayern Munich. Everyone wants to leave Barcelona, so Messi has terminated his contract, and there's a lot of teams coming in for him, like Man City, PSG, Inter Milan. So like Chelsea even want him, I think. So we could possibly come in for him. Like, this isn't confirmed, this is a rumour. But I would love to see Messi join Man United, because Man City have been linked with him for about 10 seasons. So what if the other side of Manchester come in for him? Then you'll have two Manchester teams to pick between. But I thought loyal guy and stay with Barca, but obviously not. A lot of teams are coming in for him, so we just need to he just needs to decide whether he's going to a team or whether he's just gonna like retire as a free agent, because he is like 33 or 34. He's 33, I think. So I turned 33 on June. He turned 33 on June. So I think he's either gonna retire, go to the MLS to finish his career like most people do, or come to the Premier League or whatever other league wants him. So that's the reason why I've put him in here. Next up is Donny van der Beek. He is the one and only confirmed transfer for Man United at this moment. We have signed him for 40 million. Ajax are getting a lot of money put into their club, because Chelsea signed Ziyech for like 50 to 70 million, I think it. Well, I've not actually seen the price, but I'm guessing that's how much it was, plus 40 million for Van der Beek. So they could be on like 100 million, so they could go in and bring in two new cams, because Ziyech was a cam and he's a cam. But I think now that we have signed him, he can play centre mid and CDM, so we could either play him centre mid CDM, or Ole Gunnar will just change his position completely and play him at like right wing or left wing. But this is a good signing for Man United. He's 22, he's still young, so he could still live up to that good potential what he's got of being like one of the best cams in the world. Like, I hope he actually does well for Man United. Or it could be like a squad rotation between Bruno Fernandes and another cam that we have, Mata. But Hassim Aouar, wait, are they the same age? No, he must be 23 then. He turned 23 in June. So, guys, Hassim Aouar, there's a lot of teams coming in for him. Like Chelsea want him, PSG want him, Man City and Man United want him, and Arsenal have also came in for him as well, so that would be good if we could sign him. And he's been linked with us before. Ole Gunnar's put in a bid of 35 mil for Aouar, so we just need to wait and see whether it will be accepted or not. I hope it does, because he's another young French player who we could add to our collection of French players. And I could see him starting over Fred in the Man United starting 11, because he is a brilliant player. I've seen him play for Lyon. Like when Rangers came up against Lyon, he done well against us, but unfortunately they lost. But he still done well, so he could possibly do well for Man United if he was to join us. But next signing is Arturo Vidal. He has been linked with us a few times within the past couple of seasons. He was even linked with us when he was playing for Juventus. And now, like, it stopped when he was playing for Bayern, but now the links have came back. Because every Barcelona player wants to leave, so why not just sign him? He's been linked with us lots of times, same as Messi been linked with Man City lots of times. So I could actually see this being a good transfer, and he's a decent player. For the teams that he's been with, he's won trophies with all of them. He won trophies with Juventus, he won trophies with Bayern, and I don't know if he won trophies with Barca because I'm not a Barcelona fan. But he is 32, he's coming to the latter stages of his career. But some old people are still good at football. Like Ronaldo, he's 32, like he's about 35 and he's still good at football. So you never know. And we've also put in a bid for him of £26 million. Because Ole Gunnar wants him because his contract runs out at the end of the year. So usually if players' contracts run out, you can get them for cheaper, so that's why he's put in a £26 million bid for him. I think all these players that are mentioned in this video would be good for Man United. But next we have Alex Telles. He is linked with us as well, and we need a better left back. We have Brandon Williams, who's just coming through the youth academy, and we have Luke Shaw, who's terrible. So we need a decent left back. Someone who can sprint down that wing as well and cross balls into the box for like Rashford and Martial and Ighalo and all the players. Like Luke Shaw used to do that about 5-6 years ago when he was with us, but now that Luke Shaw is getting old, don't think he'll be able to do that anymore. Like, this guy's younger than Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's about 26. This guy's like 25 or 24, so he's a younger left back and he could potentially do better. We've not put in a bid for him, but I think we should, because he's a brilliant left back. Porto fans are lucky to have him as a left back. Because if I was a Porto fan, I would be happy that I have him in my team, but I don't support any Portuguese league teams, so I can only go based off what I've seen. Telles is a brilliant player. I've seen Porto matches, so I know that he's good. But let's go on to the next player. That is Raphael Varane. Man United have been needing a new defence since Vidic, Patrice Evra, Rio Ferdinand and Valencia retired and left, because they four were a good back line, but now we actually need a decent defence, because Harry Maguire is crap. Lindelof is kind of good. He can perform when he's at his best. Phil Jones is terrible. Small and Rojo are out on loan, but well, Smalling's been signed permanently to Roma. But we don't need Rojo, and Eric Bailly is just too crap. So we need a new defence. We have been linked with Varane on multiple occasions. And a few years ago, a Man United fan leaked out a picture on Twitter with Varane in a Man United kit saying Vamos Varane. And it says Raphael Varane, welcome to Manchester United. I don't know whether he was just taking the piss or whether it was true. Well, it wasn't true, but he must have just been doing that to get into Man United fans' heads. So he could possibly join us, and another centre back who could possibly join us is Khalid Koulibaly. He's been linked with every team. Well, every good team in the Prem. He's been linked with Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. Then he's been linked with like Inter Milan, PSG, Juventus. So he's been linked with basically nearly every big club. All the big clubs want him. But in the race right now is Chelsea and Man United. I think he's more realistic to come to the Prem, because I think he suits Man United and Chelsea's playing style. So I think that's why he would be good for Man United. But next player we go for is Sergio Roberto. Yet again, he wants to terminate his contract because of the 8-2 defeat Barcelona suffered against Bayern Munich. So it would be good if we could sign him as well. Just sign the right hand side of the Barcelona team. That would be good. And then finally the goalkeeper, Jan Oblak. We've been linked with him on multiple occasions. So it'd be good if we could get him again. We've been linked with him on multiple occasions. Like other teams, like Chelsea want him. Well, they did want him. I don't know if they still do because they're linked with multiple keepers like Onana, Pope, Oblak. I would say Courtois, but I don't know if they want Courtois back. But Man United desperately need a new goalkeeper because De Gea, for the past, well, this season he's been dreadful. For the past like 3 seasons, he's been dreadful. So I think having a new goalkeeper would actually help us win more games. Because we've lost and drawn to teams which we shouldn't be losing and drawing to. Like not the season what just happened, but the season before that. We lost against Crystal Palace. Like, a big team like Man United lost against Crystal Palace. Like, why? This is why De Gea needs to go. Like, every Man United fan can tell you that even De Gea needs to go because he's letting in too many goals and he's fucking up games for us. I think he's just purposely doing it. Because no goalkeeper would fuck up that much that it would make us concede goals and lose games to Arsenal and Crystal Palace. We're a bigger team than Arsenal and Crystal Palace. We even drawed against Brighton. We lost against Rochdale a few years ago because of David De Gea. So this is why we need a new goalkeeper. We've also been linked with Onana and a few other goalkeepers, so we just need to look and see which one we think would suit. But I think, my personal opinion, Oblak could be the one for us. And then there's still players on the bench I need to put in. Like Gareth Bale. And Jadon Sancho. So guys, let's start off here. A player who we were linked with a few months ago, Jonas Wind. I think, well, I don't know much about him, but he's from Copenhagen and he played well. Like, Copenhagen came up against Celtic in the Europa League. Came up against Celtic in the Champions League, I think it was. Let me just check. Celtic vs Copenhagen. Also, we came up against them in the, like, Celtic came up against Copenhagen in the Europa League, and one of, like, their main striker, like that Darame guy, scored goals, and Jonas Wind actually played well in that game. Because I was watching it because I wanted Copenhagen to kick them out, which they did quite nicely. So I was chuffed with that. So from they two games what I seen, Jonas Wind performed well. And we were linked with him a few months back, so if we decide to get him, I think he would be a good like backup striker or like rotation striker for us. Because he is only 20. He's either isn't he 19? He's either 20 or 21, but he's still young. Like Donny van der Beek, he's young, so I think if we do sign him, it would probably be for like a small amount, like 5 to 10 million. But you know Ole Gunnar, he likes to overspend on players, so probably not. So I think he'd be a good signing for us. But next off, Denzel Dumfries. I've always wanted him to join Man United because he is a decent Dutch defender, and I think he'll do well for us. Because at right back, we only have one good right back, and that is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like Diego Dalot has done nothing for us, and Fosu Mensah always goes out on loan. Then we have the young guys who are that crap, like, are too young, they become crap. So we need like a backup right back. So I think if anything we could go in for Denzel Dumfries, get another Dutch player into the team. Because I think he would actually be a fantastic right back. And he can play right wing back, so Wan-Bissaka can play right mid and centre back. So even if we wanted to move Wan-Bissaka to centre back, we could play Denzel Dumfries at right back, and he could do well for us. It's rumoured that we've put in a bid for 25 million for him, but that's only a rumour. That might actually not be true. But I hope we actually do sign him because he's like one of my favourite right backs to use in this game. Next up is Cristiano Ronaldo. I know this won't happen, but I want Ronaldo to come back to Man United. Because the first time he was with us, he done fucking brilliant. Man United and Sporting turned him into who he is today. Like Ronaldo is one of the best players in the entire world. Although that shit transfer from Real Madrid to Juventus fucked up his career, before he joined Juventus, he was like one of the best players in the world. So, and he said himself that if he gets a chance, he'll come back to Manchester. Because he loved playing for us. He wanted to represent us like as a club. Like some players are only in it for the money. He was in it because he loved the club. And if we bring him back, then it's another Portuguese player we have in our team from Sporting as well. Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo both played for Sporting, and Ronaldo either said he'll move to the MLS when he's due to finish his career, or he'll come back to Old Trafford. I'm a Man United fan, so I think Ronaldo coming back could be an excellent move for him if he was to come back. But then we have Gareth Bale, who has been, the golfer, has been linked with us for the past 6 or 7 seasons. Like a few years ago, it was close. Like they were doing the medical and like his medical fucked up or something, so he didn't manage to come. He didn't manage to come over to Manchester. But he was so close to signing with us a few seasons ago, and we've been linked with him this season because he's had a dreadful time at Real Madrid the past couple years. So I think bringing a Welsh guy back to Britain could be a good. It could be a good move. So, and he could probably fit our playing style, as we already have another Welsh winger. Like, we could play Gareth Bale on the right, and we could play Dan James on the right. So then we've still got a lot of players like this guy, like him. He's been linked with. He's been linked with us. So guys, next up, Jadon Sancho. He was linked with us, but Ole offered £180 million, like £80 million for Jadon Sancho. But then Dortmund came back and said, we want 120 million. Man United can afford that, but Ole Gunnar's just being stingy. Like, we have the money to afford that from the selling of Sancho, from the selling of like Lukaku, Sanchez, Smalling, and players we've sold in the past, and money you get from like tournaments and every season. So we do have enough to sign him. It was either due to financial fair play rules we couldn't spend that much on that English player playing abroad, or Ole Gunnar just didn't want to pay 120 million. Like, he's trying to get Sancho cheaper than what he goes for. This guy's a year and 8 months older than me. So he was linked with us, and if he was to join us, I think he would be a decent right mid. Chelsea want him. I don't know whether he's deciding to stay at Dortmund to partner up with Jude Bellingham as another English player at Dortmund, or he might be moving to Chelsea. But Chelsea, Man United and Man City have came in for him because he used to play for Man City. He played for their youth academy, and Jadon Sancho's from London. That's why Chelsea came in for him, and he could be realistic to Man United because he's already played in Manchester, so that's why all the 3 clubs are coming in for him. So whatever team signs him, if he wants to leave to join a team, I think he'll do well for them. But next, the final 2 player. Wait, and one last player have I got to put in. Ansu Fati. But next up we've got James Maddison. He has been brilliant. Like, for the teams he's played in the past, like Aberdeen and Norwich and Leicester, like, he was one of the reasons why Norwich came up to the Prem, because he was their best cam. No, he was one of Norwich's best players in the team when they came up from the Championship, and now he's left. Now he's left them to join Leicester, but now he's linked with a lot of clubs. Like he's linked with Man United. He's linked. He used to be linked with Arsenal. Leicester want to keep him, so I think if we were to sign him, we could play him on the right or play him on the left, because he can play on the wing as well. Because when he played for Aberdeen, he played right wing, but then Norwich converted him down to a cam, and he's been playing there ever since. And he is still a young player. He's only like 22 or 23, so wait, there's no way he's 24. Fuck, he's turning 25 on the 23rd of November. Fuck, I thought he was like 22. Well, he's 24. He's still a young player, so I think he could be a good signing for us. Next of all, Jack Grealish. Like Aston Villa, if they were to lose this guy, he's from Birmingham. Aston Villa is in Birmingham. So, and he's one of Aston Villa's best players. So if Aston Villa were to lose him to a different team in the Prem, Aston Villa would be in a very tough financial, like a very tough patch. He is Aston Villa's best player. Aston Villa just managed to avoid relegation by 1 point. But he has been linked with us for like the past 2 seasons, and Jack Grealish can also play on left, so even if we were to sign him, we could either use him as a left mid, a left wing, or a cam. But he's actually a decent player. I know Jack Grealish plays for a shit team like Aston Villa, but in my opinion, I think he's one of my favourite cams. Just the way he like outpaces everyone, and he like does skills to get around players. It says he's got 76 pace, but he outpaces everyone like he's Usain Bolt. So I think he could be realistic for us. And last but not least, Ansu Fati. Yet again, another Barcelona player. So there's been 4 Barcelona players in this game, like in this transfer thing, because Barcelona have literally done shit against Bayern Munich, and he's only 16. Wait, he's only he turned 17 in October, so he is only 16. So, and he's been doing brilliant for Barca in the games that he's played for them. Like he played against Real Madrid, I'm sure, but anytime he's played for Barca, he's been a brilliant player. So he's been linked with us. Like a few weeks ago, he was linked with us. I don't know if he still is, but if we were to sign him, he would be a great young talent and could either be in the under 18s or the starting squad. Like, he's literally one of the best young left wingers I've seen in a long time. He was even better than Dembele when Dembele was about 19. Like Ansu Fati is only 16, turning 17 next month. So I honestly think that if he keeps up the way he's performing right now, I honestly think that he could be one of the best Spanish left wings in the world. Well, I say Spanish, he could play for a team in Africa, but I hope he gets caps for Spain. Like, I hope he gets called up to the Spanish squad. Like, Ansu Fati isn't a Spanish name. His name is Ansu Mane Fati, but I hope he gets called up to Spain because I don't want him to play for that African nation what he can play for. And I think he would actually do well in the Spanish squad if he can do well for Barcelona, which is in Spain. And if he stays with Barcelona for more than 4 years, he could play for Catalonia. Because Barcelona is set in a place in Spain which is independent. I think it's independent who plays for Catalonia, because anyone who's... I don't know anything about Catalonia, but I know they're independent. And I think Barcelona's in Catalonia. I don't actually know. But I think that we should sign him because he's a fucking brilliant player. And he could show all the older guys like how to do skills, because he's amazing at skills as well. Like Lingard does all these stupid skills, but if we sign him, he could pace down the wing with that fast pace what he has, and he could cross it into the box for us because we don't have players who are good at like scoring goals or crossing. So, and if we signed any of these players, I think we could, like, if we had all these players at our disposal and we put them all into one team, I think that we could actually finish either top 2 or finish in the top 3. Because that defence alone looks fucking beastly. But this has been my transfer video, guys. If you disagree or agree with me on any of these, tell me why you disagree or why you agree, and hit the like button. If you want to see more, comment who you think I should do for transfers next. Like, I could do Chelsea because I could put all the fucking players that Chelsea want, because I know who they want. But just tell me down below who you think, like who you want me to do next. Tomorrow I'll come out with a prediction on the starting 11 using these signings, who I think, what I think we could have by next season, like when the season starts. So I've been Rebound Gaming, you've been my viewers, and peace out, bye.